I'm a good Catholic girl. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke.
I'm Peppa Pig. Is this my little brother George?
My mother always said I was her girliest girl. Secrets? I can't tell you, then they wouldn't be secrets.
I am more than just a big brain and a pretty face.
I think the best way to do that is to be like openly trans.
Less than 1% of the population is trans.
If you're over 18, excuse me, whatever you want. I'm an LA girl, so I'm gonna say doctor. And when you're dating a man and he makes you feel safe,
Does my hair look beautiful?
I think what a man should do is to go on a public date with us. I'm half Filipina, I'm a quarter Japanese, and I'm a quarter white.
Welcome back to Ladyboy, the best of both worlds. Today's episode, we have someone beautiful, grounded, elegant. She's a definition of soft power, beauty, and brain. Let's welcome Yuna Love.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm very good today also. Are you living in like New York?
Yeah, I live in New York City.
That's lovely. I never visit, so hopefully one day.
See me.
Do you have any chance coming to Thailand as well?
You know, I should. I should.
I'm sure you will have a great time here.
Yeah, I want to experience that. It looks like a lot of fun.
I mean, like lately there's so many like influencer from the US coming to visit, so we got to have like, you know, some to say hi and show them around.
Yeah, show me around when I'm there. And I'll return the favor when you come to New York.
You make femininity look so effortless. I mean, is it like natural or something that you have to learn to protect like that energy?
I think it's something that's so natural. My mother always said I was her girliest girl, and I've always been so affectionate and quiet and sensitive. So I think it's all natural to me.
Yeah, that's like the sense that I see you from this perspective. You're like almost like elegant coach. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like the
thank
coach
you.
to teach like you know, elegance, like etiquettes, something.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, my mom is Southern, so in the South, etiquette is huge. So it's like what I was raised on.
What's the Yuna thing that you have done this week?
You know, I'm always traveling. So I was just in LA like 2 nights ago, and now I'm in New York. And just like sharing my beauty and my love with the world is pretty me. Yeah.
What's your routine?
Well, I'm a late bird, so I wake up around like 10:30. It's for rush hour
Early.
to dissipate, get ready, and then I go get a latte. That's the first thing I do. And then I get some work done, and then it's time for video games.
What kind of game do you play?
I play a lot of MOBAs, so League of Legends, Overwatch, but also like Baldur's Gate and whatever's popular at the time. Yeah, gotta try it out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of mobile as well. So
Cool.
let's talk about like New York City because you know, it's such a movie vibe to me to be like in New York.
You cannot beat the shopping in New York City. Like I thrifted a perfect condition mink fur coat. And, you know, to bring it back to pose, I feel like that's so something Electra would wear. So that's probably my favorite part is how good the shopping is.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. I mean, I'm the one who love like thrifting as well. So
Uh-huh.
like my favorite place to thrift is probably Japan. So
They
it's
do
like
have really good vintage. Yeah.
yeah, have you ever been there?
Yeah. I'm a quarter Japanese, so I've been like so many times, and it's, yeah, I would say my favorite place to visit.
I mean, when it comes to like the big city like New York City, they
Uh-huh.
must be like, you know, very very busy. So how do you know, recharge yourself or stay away from like the crowd?
That's a good question. I actually feel like the crowd and the busyness makes me feel calm. I think when I'm in like pitch black nature, like a forest, that's when I get anxious. But I think I feed off all the energy of everyone else, and that makes me feel good. And video games.
But yeah, that's an extra. It's like alone
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's its own world. So when I'm doing that, it's just Nothing else matters.
So what is the beauty secrets of your look today?
Well, the hair is freshly done, and then, the makeup's good. My secrets, I can't tell you, then they wouldn't be a secret.
That's true. So was there the moments when you realized that your femininity is like can be the soft power?
I think like for a while I didn't fully embrace it, but when I was like 14 or 15, I really like delved into theater and cosplay and fashion, and it just made me feel so empowered and confident and true to myself. And I think that's really when
Did you transition at that time? 14?
I didn't medically transition, no, but that's when I first started like really experimenting and understanding my gender fully. But I mean, I knew my whole life, but that's when I like really embraced it.
So when was actually the first time that you get access to the hormones?
It wasn't until college, right? Because like at that point, you're like away from the town that raised you, from the people that raised you, and you really have the opportunity to just like self reflect. And for me, that's when I was like, okay, this is something I need to do.
Like you have to hide from your family, or you can just be yourself without.
No, I can be myself. I have an amazing family. They love me so much. I think now more than ever because they see how happy and confident I am now.
That's lovely. So do you have something that people misread you or misunderstanding about you?
Yeah, I'm a good Catholic girl. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything of the sort. I love to cook a Sunday roast. Like, I think sometimes because I am a jet setter, people think I'm like out partying all the time, but I'm a good Catholic girl. I just happen to be sexy.
So how do you feel about it? For the Catholic is also like and their beliefs, and I think
Uh-huh.
when it comes to like a transgender,
I think at the root of it all, religion is about love and it's about your connection with like a higher power. It's not about like this doctrine. It's about just feeling connected to spirituality. And I think like any way, like I think like modernity has turned it into like politics. And I think politics and religion don't have anything in common.
yeah, I see. Like imagine you like being a Catholic girl living in New York. Like so if your life was a movie, like in New York City, what's the name of this chapter?
Oh my gosh. I mean, my movie, my New York movie is Breakfast at Tiffany's. So it'd have to be something like that. Yeah, she's a classic beauty. So I identify with that. She has great style. I identify with that. And, men love her. So
That's true. I mean, like I can imagine as well, like because your look, the whole look is like very elegant. It's like 50s, 60s, like vibe with
thank you.
Unfortunately, you don't smoke, so if you have like a cigar or cigarette in your hands, you still be like Coco Chanel,
Yeah, it would look good. It would look good with the outfit. So maybe I can have a fake one.
like cigar, the big one.
Yeah, yeah, the long ones, right? That are on the stick. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's like a very classic looking movie.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever done like a voice training or never?
I tried twice, but it just wasn't something that was really resonating with me and for my goals and my transition.
Do you want it to be obvious that I am this person, I look like this, and this is my voice. This is how my voice is. So I'm proud.
Yeah, I do really like that a lot. I want to be an audibly trans person because I want to spread like I want there to be like positive interactions with trans people. And I think the best way to do that is to be like openly trans. And that's how I do it.
Where this confidence come from?
I think I have like this unwavering sense of confidence where like I would never give someone the power over me to make me feel less than.
Do you think that being like visible trans makes you more like even more difficult?
I think it makes life more difficult, but there are people who have it harder than me. And since I do have the privilege of like passing, I do want to use that opportunity to like create a positive image for trans women and try to make it easier for all of us.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like when I talk about trans community in like the big city like New York, I think there has been like the long history for people who have fought, for the rights in the past.
Totally.
And yeah, and one of the things that I see is that people there some of them, they believe that they are like, biological women. Since you probably know the name of the show, we call it LADYBOY. So what
Uh-huh.
is your perspective about this word?
In the US, we say trans woman, but more or less, if you break down the words, they're kind of the same. It has lady and woman in it, and then it has the indicator that also we transitioned into this,
And also like transgender can be like for both like a trans men and trans women, right?
Right. But I think there's more sensationalism with ladyboys, just like being on TV, being in movies. It's like a trope that I think people really like, and I think that's why it's such a well-known word.
What's the thing that you used to hide inside and now you're like celebrating?
I'm a pretty open book, but I would have to say my femininity. Like, I have 4 older brothers, so being feminine wasn't always a good thing. But once I like fully embraced it in my style and how I want the world to perceive me, I have received more love than ever. And I think that just makes me feel so positive about my own femininity.
So since you have like all like brothers, how did they react to you when you first transitioned?
We're the types that's like family first, forever and always. And they have never showed me anything but love to this day.
That's very lovely. I mean, once you said like, don't say we were born in the wrong body, but like, we're lucky to be a trans person.
I don't like seeing ourselves as a victim. I think we really have to rewrite the narrative of being a trans person as being empowering and fortunate because, I mean, really, there's so few of us, and it's so easy for us to be victimized by the outer population. Whereas, like, in our own community, we should really see it as something so fortunate. Immediately, you and I have a sisterhood solely because we are both trans, And I think that's so beautiful.
So in order to look like women or beautiful women, we have to get like, the surgery, like all the procedures to look ladylike. So, what do you think about that?
I mean, I personally have been graced by a plastic surgeon or two. So I am all for getting work done if you want to do it. But I don't think it's a condition to being viewed as a woman because there are plenty of women out there like with PCOS or who just don't choose to adhere to traditional femininity. And I think that we're all one. Like, we're all affected by it at the end of the day. Like, if trans women are being vilified for looking like men, then there are going to be cisgendered women who face the same criticism. And we're stronger together.
Yes. Do you have like the definition of like beauty? Like it could be like
You know,
natural or okay, if you have to choose like, doctor job or natural beauty.
I'm an LA girl, so I'm gonna say doctor. I want to say natural beauty, but I look good. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, I mean it's about taste, right? Even though you like got some procedures, but you need to know the limit. The limits reflects like our taste of beauty. So if
Yeah.
you overdone, that's probably means the reflection of the taste, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have like your own sense of aesthetics going into it. Otherwise, you can totally get carried away.
Is it like common to get like surgery in the US for
Yeah, I think
trans?
it's really common to get your face done in America. A lot of my friends either just got it or they're getting it like next month. And I think that's probably the number one is face here.
And this is a thing that I got like, criticized for not having the job done. And sometimes I feel like if that's what people call women like, then I don't know, my definition must be different.
Yeah, I don't think womanhood is tied to big boobs. I think that's just, I don't know, maybe what more media portrays, but not every woman has big boobs. I do, but but not everyone.
And I remember one video you said, if you want some of this, you have to be loud and proud. So are there many men still like, hiding themselves from like dating trans, like openly?
Yeah, I think there are a lot. And that's why I make videos like that because I want them to know like we deserve to be loved publicly and we're ready to be loved publicly. We're just waiting on you.
What about some trans person who would stay in like, the privates, like, and should that be like the reason to make the relationship like not goes together.
Yeah, I think if you're both if like if the man and the woman are not ready to date publicly, I think that's okay. But someone like me, I'm so ready for that. And, I want to see that a man has just as much balls as I do to be open about, being with a trans woman.
Does it take like an effort for men to like to impress like a trans women, for
Yeah,
example, like you?
I think what a man should do is to go on a public date with us because it does show us that they have the balls to be seen with a trans woman in public. And it's not easy being trans, you know. I do try to make it as lighthearted and as fun and happy as possible, but the truth is it's not that easy and they should be ready for that.
Yeah, because there's so many. Maybe they care about their family also. Like
Yeah.
that's probably the main thing. Apart from like religious like reasons.
Yeah, I've had experiences just with men I've dated that like they have received like repercussions just for dating a trans woman and it interferes with the relationship and it's disappointing, honestly.
Yeah, when it comes to like the Thai society, like men who would actually date a trans person, she must have like bottom surgery. Otherwise, men would be
Oh,
like, no. It's like they would just ask you in the face, like, have you got it done yet? If not, then no.
uh-huh. That's crazy. That's like common.
Yeah, for Thai men, that's why most trans girl in Thailand they start dating like foreigners.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
interesting.
very rare. It's very rare for Thai men would like have a trans girlfriend, even though we are very open.
I almost feel like it's opposite here, where the guys tend to prefer when we don't have the surgery done.
Oh, that's probably the thing why like Westerners coming to Thailand, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's a good thing because, if you don't really feel that you should get like the bottom surgery, I mean, that must be the big regrets, right? If you don't feel it right after that, you cannot take it back
right.
anymore.
I think you should have your own vision of what you want in your transition and get whatever surgeries you want, or don't get any surgeries if you don't want. I don't think one surgery or the other defines who you are. I think it just makes you feel more comfortable in your body, and that's why we do what we do.
Would you date a man who was like new to like trans like a community, like still figuring
Yeah,
it out?
yeah, I would. Personally, I like being like, there first. Give them a good introduction to us. Give us a good name.
I think every trans person would love that.
Yeah, I think so
From what
too.
I've known.
Yeah. I mean, we're a small community, so if he's been with other trans girls and he lives in the same city as you, chances are he's been with your friends. And you don't want that. That's messy.
Well, I mean that's common everywhere. Imagine the
Yeah.
the country where it's full of like trans girl every corner of the street.
Yeah.
So you can't really find like a newbie. I mean,
Uh-huh.
men would love to say that to impress though, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Men would be like, I've never been with a trans person before,
Uh-huh. And then you're
but
like, oh, I just asked my
once one
friend.
trans, I'm gonna date him. Like everyone in this street knows him.
That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. So what is the biggest red flag when it comes to like men for dating?
If he knows more trans girls than you do, that's a red flag.
Yeah,
Or
that's
if he
true.
knows all the lingo, it's like, why do you know all these words?
Yeah, because like it's very big thing in Thailand to have like the language. It's like for LGBT language, just
Yeah.
all slang mix up the words, And if somebody could speak that language, you're so gay. You must be super gay to to understand these words.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit.
So how do you spot a chaser before you date? Before it's too late.
Before it's too late, girl, I wish I
Uh-huh.
knew. No, I think it's ask your friends. Ask your friends because if he knows one friend, that's okay. I can live with that. But if he knows two or three, I'm sorry, he's not for me.
Well, probably the easiest way is just like check his the person he follows on Instagram.
Yeah, that's an easy way.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay to be an
very easy.
admirer, I think, though.
Do you think the men who dates trans girl are brave?
Yeah, I do. I think they deserve more respect for being so open with their love for a trans woman because they will receive repercussions for it. And I think if they can like fully embrace that, I think they're brave. Personally, I love to be pampered, and that's what I expect out of a man who's looking to date me. Is just, pamper me a little bit.
Maybe it's a little. Maybe it's also fair, huh? Because
Yeah.
another side of the community where trans women would love to be treated, or like all the beauty princess cares, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a must for women to feel like, to feel protected, or to feel like, they're supported in a way.
Yeah, I think as a trans woman, when you're dating a man and he makes you feel safe, I don't think there's any better feeling.
What about like the guy who would be, for example, if your boyfriend got like bullied online for being with you, so would you defend him, or how do you handle?
I would probably let him handle it himself because I think for men, especially when they're dealing with stuff with other men, it's emasculating for a woman to step in to try to mediate it. I think they like to mediate it between themselves. And I think it's important for his ego to do that.
Yeah, it must be like tough for men. I mean, like when it comes to women, like we share a lot about our feelings, how we feel and stuff. But something that's kind of strange in men is that they don't talk about emotion enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why they're more afraid to be judged by like other men's, who's.
No, I agree.
So let's talk about the trans culture then, because all I've known about like New Yorkers was only from posts. Was it like that? I mean, like people having like to go out and to dress up to express. Does it have the place like called ball?
I think that type of trans culture is more so in like huge in the 80s and the 90s, but now we still do have ballroom culture. It's just not as big. And also, I think there's like a lot of clubs in New York that are huge, world famous, but they give trans girls special treatment. Like they let us in for free, they let us skip the lines. And so I think there's still a little bit of that in New York City.
So is it still like privilege? Is it privilege though? I mean to get access and like extra treatment than other.
Yeah, I think so. I think at certain venues, definitely cater to the girls. In the US, a term of endearment that we use for trans women is dolls. So they love to say, "Oh, we love our dolls. We support our dolls." So dolls get in for free. I'm like bi-coastal, so I'm in New York and I'm in LA. And I think that's definitely something I experience in LA is where if they know I'm trans, they're like definitely less likely to let me skip the line or like let me in and stuff.
So you said I used to be a gay son and now I'm a daughter. So what's the difference between those two eras in your life?
Hotter now.
Long hair.
Yeah, long hair. I just feel more beautiful. I feel more confident. That's the big difference.
What do you wish people to understand about like HRT and transitioning?
That it is so difficult to access. I think the propaganda is like that people are just handing it out on corners, but we have to go to like so many doctors, we have to pay so much money, and then we have to like inject it ourselves. It's not an easy process. I wish it was easier.
So it's not easy to get like a medication in the US.
Oh, you have to go to a primary doctor and you have to go to an endocrinologist. And then you also have to sign a bunch of waivers and you have to go to a psychologist to make sure that they can affirm your feelings that you are trans. Yeah.
So in your opinion, so what age should someone transition?
I think they should transition at whatever age they, if they're under 18, it should be up to them and their doctors and their parents. But if you're over 18, excuse me, whatever you want. I think it's important to experiment with your gender, especially if you're not sure. Like sometimes you need to be ambiguous in how you portray your gender. And if that's a stepping stone to you figuring out that you're not trans or you are trans, I think that's okay. But I don't know. I never did that, but I can see how it helps people to understand. There's been a lot of like misrepresentation in the trans community to there are people who are saying we are the exact same as cisgendered women, and I think we deserve the exact same rights as cisgendered women, but how we reached our womanhood is different. And um, I don't think it makes us any less than. I just think it makes us different, but that's okay. Like, we're allowed to be different.
So why do you think people are so obsessed about that question? Like, if you go on the comment section, sometimes people will ask like, oh, have you got do you still have a dong? Do you have like got surgery done yet? Blah, blah. And what do you think about that type of question?
I think it's kind of invasive. Most of the time, it's none of that person's business. Like, I think that's totally just between me and whoever I'm having an intimate relationship with. And if you're not one of those few lucky people, it doesn't really concern you.
Let's just keep in the box.
Yeah.
We have our box, you have yours.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me.
I get it. They're curious. They want to see what I look like naked, but just use Google.
So do you feel that trans influencer is shaping the culture?
Totally. I totally do. I think we're at the forefront of maybe underappreciated, but we are there for social justice, for music, for fashion, for meme culture. We're everywhere.
So what is the thing that you would fight for the most when it comes to trans rights?
I would say just access to healthcare. That's a human right that we all deserve.
Don't you get the healthcare there?
So I mean, like national healthcare? No, we don't have national healthcare. And not every healthcare service sees it as medically necessary, so they don't approve it either. If you're lucky, you do get it covered by insurance, but recently they're trying to take it away from national healthcare services. And I don't think that's right.
So I want to get deep into like what kind of like treatment that you will not get as a trans person.
I personally don't want to get bottom surgery. That's like my big thing. It's just not something I've ever envisioned myself with. And it's a lot of work to get that surgery done. And I don't want to put in that effort for recovery and for all of that just because I don't find it fulfilling. I know someone else might, but that's just not my vision of how I see myself.
For example, if someone wants to get the surgery done like in the US, does the healthcare covering like the bottom surgery? Does it?
It differs. So some companies, yes, but some no. It's like a big state by state, but also company by company because most of us get our healthcare through our employer. So not all employers cover it.
Now I'm curious, like how much is population in the New York City? They must be so big.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Let me do a quick research. Can you guess?
That 8 million?
Really?
That's my guess. Was that right?
0.4 million.
Oh my gosh.
You're so close. Do you have the moments where you are like the main character walking around like New York City?
When I have my favorite outfit on and I'm just walking down, I can tell people are looking at me. I'm just like, wow, I love that. Or like when there's just thousands of people everywhere and then someone will be like, oh my gosh, are you that girl from online? I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I think that's probably like your daily
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
So that you have anything that you don't like about New York City? I mean, for being a
No.
trans there.
No, I love it so much. I've met so many other trans people here that live all different sorts of life. Like there are artists, there are corporate, and then there's like just me, and there's just so many different trans girls. And I love that about New York so much.
It's a lovely community there. And when you mentioned that you like to travel, like, right? I wonder, do you have any like experience outside of your comfort zone where you don't feel safe?
No, I always feel safe when I travel. I mean, I've even been to like nude beaches alone. So everything is out on display and I've never felt unsafe.
That's really the privilege that you have. Because first of
Yeah.
all, if I see you walking on the street, I wouldn't say that you are a trans person, like is she trans unless when, we speak.
Yeah. Some There's the way people have been asking me if I'm trans lately is like they ask if I'm Thai just because I'm Asian and I'm trans. They're like, "Are you Thai?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. Other Asian trans people exist."
Are you Asian?
Yeah, I'm half Filipina, I'm a quarter Japanese, and I'm a quarter white.
Ooh, I cannot tell. I mean, of course, you you look stunning.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a privilege also to have like, mixed blood, like, like you look so
Yeah,
unique.
thank you.
Japanese mixed with anything
Yeah,
goes well.
yeah, my grandpa used to call me Miss Philippines, so
Do you speak like Tagalog?
I don't. I speak Japanese and some Chinese too.
I mean, like the community for like the Filipinas trans girl is a big thing. Like between
Yeah,
Thai and Philippines, we are like love and hate sisters. It's like sometimes we feel like I fucking love this person, but at the same time we kind of
that's
especially
real
when it comes
sisterhood though.
especially when it comes to beauty pageant,
Uh-huh.
pageantries. It's like Philippines and Thailand, they're like, it's a good fight.
Yeah, I think because we're both very proud and very beautiful cultures. I think that's why.
So let's get some relaxation with the quickie game then.
Sure.
Just take a deep breath. So this game, you not love or you not love. So basic, just like yes or no question. Okay, I start with men who smells like Dior Savage.
Love.
Love. You are kinda hot though. DMs.
Love.
Kinda.
That's true.
Just kinda. Guys who said I never been with trans before, but
Love.
guys who flirt in lowercase only.
Not love. You should be excited.
Good morning, beautiful. Every day
Love.
at 7.
Love.
Men who ask pre or post.
No love. You'll find out.
Guys who call you bro but stare too long.
Love. Love a little bit.
Little bit. Men who say I'm straight but curious. Men who still live with their mom.
The economy is tough. Love.
Men who quotes and traits ironically.
No love. No love.
Boys who panic when you order for yourself.
No love.
No love. Men who take mirror selfies with flash on.
Love. Show me the details.
Guys who wear more skincare than you.
Love. But that's impossible.
Yeah, that's impossible. What about let's hang out at his place only?
Love. Sometimes a girl needs it.
Men who brag about being open-minded.
Love.
Guys who try to educate you about womanhood.
No love.
Men who text what you do at 2 a.m.
Love a little bit.
Men who say you're my exception.
Love.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes men are my weakness. So
Yeah, sometimes like doesn't matter what they do.
yeah, sometimes I need it, you know?
Do you find yourself as a lonely person?
No, never.
No, not can you
Love.
be on your own like, for like a whole week?
Yeah, I love my solitude. I was traveling Europe alone for 3 weeks. So I find peace in solitude.
I mean, this is like the big things nowadays where people actually like take some time with themselves and get to learn themselves,
Yeah.
and also like seeking like a mentor to guide their like their life to be a better person. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I can imagine you being like a beauty coach, honestly.
Thank you. I actually used to work with beauty pageants in Hawaii, so maybe that's why.
Well, if one day you ever make like a online class about like etiquette or something, I'll be the one subscribing for sure.
That's a good idea.
Think about it. Okay, let's wrap up like the whole thing. I mean, like, I'm so excited today actually to get to have make new friends and talk to new people, because this is the one of the first session that we have to do online. Usually we do face to face, so we see like the real reaction. You could sense. I kind of wish to have you like right next to me.
Yeah.
The whole
When I
thing.
come to Thailand, I'll let you know.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want men who watch this podcast to understand about dating trans women?
I think they need to know that we are ready for relationships. We are just waiting for them to be ready to date us. Like, just be open and proud about loving us because we're ready for that.
What is a thing that you wish for young trans girls to?
Hopefully, my story about having such an amazing relationship with my family is something that they can hear because I know not everyone has that, but there's an opportunity to have that. And hopefully, more trans women get that.
So if you have to leave a message to a trans person who is still at the gay era, what would you say to them?
Don't wait. Don't wait. Like, life is better on the other side. Get to it because we only have one life. So live it truly.
If you're so sure about it, go for it.
Yeah. And we know. It's just sometimes we repress that feeling because of something we've heard. I think just get in touch with yourself and I don't know.
You're a very inspiring person. So I'm sure the young trans girl would be like, proud and look at you as like an idol.
Thank you.
So I
That's
would
what I
say
would
thank
love.
you so much for, having the time for my show. And I really appreciate your time.
Yeah. Anytime, Nisa.
So I really hope like next time we can do like, live version face to
Oh,
face
yeah.
in the future.
Yeah. I want to see some Thai beaches and some Thai ladyboys. So,
We are very bitchy.
yeah, I'm ready for
We
it.
can be. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.